So let me just pour out some ribbons. All right, let's swipe. Hey everybody, it's Anna. Welcome back to my Fluid Art channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today's painting is another collaboration with Claire Calvert and Nate Bright. We had so much fun in our spring ribbon pour collaboration a little while back that we decided to do another one right away. So for this one, Nate picked the theme, which is Seascapes, and Claire picked the technique, which is flip cup and swipe, and I picked the colors. Now, I don't know that you can get way too creative or wacky with seascape colors, but these are the 5 that I chose. These are kind of my happy 5 colors if you're going for a nice kind of ocean feel painting. So I've got dark navy, metallic teal, white, turquoise of some kind, and a metallic gold. And then I have some others. These were all leftover cups in the same kind of ocean and sky palette that I thought I'll just grab those and use what I need. And then I also have my white cell activator, which is Amsterdam titanium white mixed with Australian Floetrol 1:3. If you don't have Australian Floetrol, check the video description for a cheaper alternative for a cell activator. I'll be using that for some of the swipes probably. So I'm going to be doing 2 little flip cups for the sky, and then I'm going to swipe the water, and the beach I've already painted. I had been thinking that it would just be sky and water, but then because I picked the gold, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to have a little bit of beach? So sky is going to be about half of it, maybe a little more than half, and then water about here. So I painted more beach than I need so that the water can overlap the beach a little bit. I think I'm ready to go. Let's make a painting. So I've put my darker and greener colors over here. That'll be for the water. For the sky, I want it to be more light and beautiful and pastel. So all of these, I've got a little bit of the turquoise that'll go in the sky, and then it'll also go in the water. But I'm just going to layer up 2 cups, and I might make one of them a little bit like more white. That'll go up here, and then one that's a little darker that'll go down here. I'm not sure, but essentially they'll be the same. So I'm going to do my flip cups. There's no silicone, so we'll just let a little bit of natural cells kind of come up on their own. All right, I want lots of white because I want it to feel like there's some clouds. Okay, maybe a little bit of turquoise. I don't want tons of turquoise in the sky, but I would like a little bit of it. And then this blue, I think this is a leftover mix, like table scrapings. And so that's just a nice rich blue. I'll do a lot of that. And it's a slightly greener blue instead of the other 2, which are like almost more like baby blue, the purplish hue. Got some Pearlessence. And then I want a little bit of metallic gold in each cup. Not lots, but just a hint. So it could almost be like sunset. Let's put more white in this one and a little more white in this one. Okay, those cups look nice to me. And I think this will be enough. This is like 5.5 ounces of paint total. I didn't do a lot of careful math of how much paint I need for the top half, so we'll see. But let's go ahead and flip our cups. Ooh, that's a pretty color blend. There we go. All right, I'm gonna pull these up one at a time. Both of them, try to pull them the same direction, and then we'll tilt it to get a nice stretched out sky. Beautiful. Cover the corner here and this corner here. That is so whimsical. I love that. All right, next one. Beautiful. So I'm just going to move this really gently to get it flowing a bit. Don't want to lose too much of it. Just get a nice even puddle all the way across, and then we'll carefully move it over those edges. Last corner, come on, there you go. And then I'm bringing it back to get my lines more horizontal here. Oh, that is so beautiful. I mean, these flip cups, a lot of people do them as landscapes and oceanscapes, just flip cups, and you get the beautiful lines that make it look like sky and land or sky and sea. Ah, it's dreamy, it's shimmery, I love it. Let me cover up this corner. So for the swiping, I think I'm going to take one of my cups from the sky and I'm going to layer some colors in it, and then I'll sort of ribbon pour it out and then I'll swipe. That way no color is going to be like really strong by itself, but there will be a blend of everything. So we want some of the dark. Now, a lot of these are very dark, so I don't want all dark, but I do definitely want a contrast between the sky and the sea. But let's add a little of that lighter blue, so that'll be kind of mirrored in the sea. I forgot to mention, I'm doing a tropical ocean, because that's my favorite kind. You could probably tell from the turquoises and stuff, but yes, tropical ocean. So I want plenty of the greenish hues in the water. And I'm not putting white in the water because I'm going to be swiping with white. So I think that'll give all the kind of froth from the waves that we need. And I don't think I need more white in the cup. Okay, a little bit more of the dark blue. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too dark, because this by itself is so dreamy. And this isn't a paper cup, so I'm not going to be able to pinch it like I normally do, but that'll be all right. So let me just pour out some ribbons. Nice. gonna scoop up a little bit of that paint that I lost on the side and just lay it out so that I have a little bit more further down, because it didn't go quite as far as I thought. Okay, now I need to decide how I'm swiping, because I have palette knives and I also have my little plastic swipe tools that I use for micro swipes, and I'm not sure which would be the best. I think the plastic swipers might be the best, actually. So for the top edge, because I want there to be some contrast between the sky and the sea, I'm gonna dip my little swipe tool in, which color? Which color? I'll put a little bit of the navy and a little bit of this sort of dark greenish. And we'll dip it in that. And then I'll pull this color across the top. And hopefully that'll make a nice kind of delineation. All right, let's swipe. I don't think I got it quite straight. I went slightly up. Okay, I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna swipe the other direction because I want a nice straight horizon line. And then once I have my horizon established, then I'll start using the cell activator to make some like wave ripples. I don't know that I made it any straighter. I may have to fix that with a brush when it's dry. But for now, I've got a good start. I like the colors. I like the dark next to the light sky. So my cell activator, I'll just put a little bit here, and I'll dip my swipe tool into that. And I don't know that we're gonna get a ton of lacing, but a little bit would be nice. So I'll start on this side and I'll just make some little ripples, and then I'll start on the other side and we'll go back and forth. That way the white is not gonna be concentrated on one half of the canvas. Pretty. Okay, let's try going the other direction. Oh, I like that. Whenever you're doing sort of wave swipes, it's hard not to just follow exactly the wave that was ahead of it. You know, you want to try to stagger your waves a little bit. All right, I'm going to keep working my way down. I need a little bit more of this. So I'm not getting lots of white actually in the waves, because there is some in the cells, but it's sinking somewhat. So we're getting lacing without the strong white. So before I keep swiping, I'm just gonna add a couple of like little bits of white, so that as they get swiped through, we'll get more foam, especially as it approaches the beach. Okay, starting again from the left side. I don't know how much white we got there, but it was worth a try. This is looking really nice. I think I need a little bit more color because I want it to go a bit further up the beach. I was picturing the swiping sort of covering further. So let me put a few more colors in this cup, and we want basically the same as what we had there, but focusing a little bit more on the lighter colors. I don't know that I overlapped quite enough in here. If there's a section that you miss on a swipe, you can get a tiny little piece of paper towel and swipe with that. If you're using a cell activator, you do need that. If you're not using a cell activator because you're using silicone, you don't need to dip it in anything. You just go ahead and put it where it's supposed to go and then start swiping through. There we go. That's blended it in, somewhat anyway. For this front one, I actually want the larger swipe tool because I want it to look like one continuous wave. So it's still not huge, but it's bigger than the little tiny one that I've been using. Pretty. Yeah, that's nice. It's got a nice undulating pattern. It's not really lacy at the water's edge, but it is a bit. I think touch-ups should happen when it's dry. I'll add just a little bit of white to that front edge because if I try to add it with a popsicle stick, it'll just be clumsy. So I love this water. I love the beach. The proportions are great. It is just slightly not level, but I'll fix that later. So now I just need to get the sides covered because when you're swiping, sometimes not everything gets covered. So I'm just going to use my finger and sort of dab it so that it looks like it's dripped down in that nice swiped pattern. I love this. I don't think there's anything more that I want to do with it, so let me give you a close-up. Here it is. Wow, guys, I love this so much. All right, so this sky is just so dreamy and peaceful. I love the lacing that I got there, but I also love the nice gentle swoops of turquoise and little hints of gold. My horizon is not level. I will level that with a brush. But look at all the detail I got in that water. I like how it's got light, but it also has plenty of dark. The waves don't all line up, they kind of crisscross. So it's really, really interesting. And I've got that nice sort of pale sand color and a rippling water's edge. So I love it. I will have just a few details to add with a brush, so let me show you those next. Okay, it's done. So let me show you the embellishments that I did. First, I made a nice straight horizon line. Now, I liked some of these little ripples over here, so I didn't make it completely flat, but I could have if I wanted to. I just would have needed to make it a little bit higher. And then on this side, I added in those light waves up on top because I realized I swiped it a little bit off kilter as well. And so even with the horizon balanced, it still felt like it wasn't balanced. So by putting a couple of light waves up there, it made the ocean feel like it wasn't slanted. Then I added white along the front edge here to make it really look like a nice line of surf hitting the beach. So I love that. But yeah, you can see the gold shimmering in here, some of the pearlescence and the metallic blue. So when this is varnished, it's going to look extra nice, but I love those little pockets of cells and lacing that we get here. And then up in the sky, it's just so peaceful. We do have some metallic, so I love that. That's the pearlescence, which you can't really see from this direction, but then you can when the light hits it. So it's just really beautiful. So I've really enjoyed this Seascapes collaboration. Be sure to watch Claire's video and Nate's video, and I will link to those in my video description. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this inspired you to try something new, and that it transported you to a nice tropical ocean for just a little bit. I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!